This is really turning into not a bull trap. This is turning into a third consecutive bear market low cycle from bear to bull, and it's playing out right before our eyes, clear as day. It's almost too obvious where I think it becomes easy to miss it. This is a MACD on the Bitcoin chart. Just want to break it down real quick, and then we're going to zoom in on the daily, something very special, a very special event happening on the daily Bitcoin chart. But this is what we're looking at on the MACD. You can just see, if you just look in red right here, this is the pain that we have all just endured. This is a monthly chart on Bitcoin. This is a picture of the bear market. And you can see this momentum shift. I mean, over the last 4 months, you just see this histogram ticking to the upside. Now, this is exactly what transpired in previous bear markets, just this exact bear market kind of momentum back to bull. And you can go all the way back here in 2015 even. So the one we just looked at, 2018, here's 2015, that slow shift of momentum. So you see this playing out time and time again right between these white lines that I have on the screen. These are Bitcoin halvings. It is really like clockwork, and it's ridiculous to see how it's been playing out. On the monthly chart, before I dig into the daily and start talking about this bullish move, I just do want to kind of portray potential resistance, potential reason just to be careful, to have your eyebrow raised to this move right now. So on the monthly chart, I mentioned this in yesterday's video, you can see the 50-month moving average in blue right here. This is the first time Bitcoin has to contend with that area. And right now there's 10 days, 8 hours left on this monthly chart. So let's respect this resistance area. If we go to the weekly chart, this is the MACD on the weekly, but if we go to the actual weekly chart, just above Bitcoin right now as well is the 200-week moving average in red and the 50-week moving average in blue. That's right around 26,000 down to around 24,500. That's a really big resistance area. Now, the reason I'm bringing it up as kind of this warning area is just because even coming out of the last bear market, Bitcoin didn't have to contend with the 200-week moving average. And if we go into the previous cycle before that, Bitcoin did not have to contend, even exiting the bear market, with that 200-week moving average. So this time around is a little bit different. So this is going to be very interesting, and this could be a bullish confirmation, a signal. If Bitcoin absolutely just explodes through that area, this could be a really, really big macro signal for Bitcoin. But then we start digging in. Now, here's what's going on. I did an interview the other day, and even in my videos on this YouTube channel, right around this area, I really thought Bitcoin was going to consolidate from here. And I was completely wrong with that. Bitcoin actually continued to the upside. And this is really triggering a very special event on this chart. And what I want to just do is you can very simply go back. This is Bitcoin daily chart now. We go back here, Bitcoin daily chart, 2015 or this is a 2018 bottom. And you can just see, this is the special triggered event that we're getting right now. And this has only happened. So real quick, this move that you see here, yes, it's a commonplace Bitcoin pump. We see them in bear markets and bull markets. But this move, the 20-day moving average, the 50-day moving average, approaching this 200-day moving average, getting ready to cross, that's a special move. That's a cycle shift move. And we can just see 2018, here's a 20-day moving average as Bitcoin's exiting the 786 line, exiting the bear market, the 20-day being pulled up, the 50-day being pulled up right above the 200-day. We go back here to 2015. This is the same exact type of move. 20-day moving average crossing above, 50-day moving average crossing above that 200-day moving average. Interesting to note that all these moving averages, all that bullishness happening below the 786 line, right? So Bitcoin exiting the bear market back here, 2015. So all of that move that has only happened those two previous times in the two previous bear market lows, as the low was put in and Bitcoin exited the bear market, Bitcoin setting that move up right now. Now, I always draw myself back to, especially as we start getting these moving averages, and we have to wait for just this 20-day to move up, the 50-day to move up and cross above the 200-day moving average. But that's a really big signal in terms of the bottom being in. But while this is all happening, we mentioned the monthly chart, we mentioned the 50-day moving or 50-month moving average, we mentioned the 200-week moving average, the 50-week moving average, all above Bitcoin right now. for me, it just throws caution into the charts. For me, I'm just kind of like, all right, Bitcoin is getting kind of overextended from these moving averages, from the 50-day moving average to the upside. You can just see Bitcoin right now is around 30%. When we start hitting that 20, 30% overextension from a 50-day moving average, it's, in my opinion, and this is just the way I've seen charts over the years, it becomes kind of like, all right, get ready for just sideways even, or a nice retracement to test the moving averages. And that would be okay, right? We can still get the 20-day moving average, the 50-day moving average being pulled into and crossing above the 200-day moving average, even if there is a drawback. Now, I sit here and I talk about the drawback in a similar fashion like I talk about it back here, and it didn't happen, right? So this Bitcoin crypto frenzy, whatever you want to call it, can continue. And we could get this bullish cross, the 20-day, the 50-day moving up above the 200 sooner than later, right? So these are just two things that I'm anticipating, right? I'll sit back and I'll enjoy the continued gains with you all if Bitcoin continues to the upside. I'm not even trying to really chart any type of structure on the short term. I'm just letting Bitcoin do its thing. It's very kind of similar so far to the Bitcoin pump out of the last bear market in 2018 into 2019 exit. And you can just see there's obviously higher low, higher high structure on this daily chart. But right now, we're kind of at the beginning phase of this, and I'm kind of allowing for some structure to develop on the daily chart right now. Don't really feel like zooming in on the 6 hour. And then if we look at it, if we zoom out, we can just kind of really get a big picture of this macro shift that's happening. And really, I think how special of a shift it is, because it looks like any other pump, right? Because we get pumps a lot, bull markets, bear markets even back here. But what's happening right now is this extension, this separation above the 200-day moving average. And you see this is not something that has happened in this bear market. And if you really look back, the last time we had a move like this truly was the last bear market exit. And so this is shaping up to be a really incredible time to track Bitcoin. That's why I'm kind of putting out a lot of crypto videos lately, because this is exciting. We've just tracked and lived through a crazy bear market. And I'm not saying that there's not going to be some pain to the downside. And this is something I truly do anticipate. But what I am saying is this move is a decisive, pivotal move in terms of that huge shift that we want, which is that move out of the bear market into that bull market eventually. And that's for another video. So everybody, this is what I'm tracking on Bitcoin, a special move happening right now, being triggered on this daily chart as it applies to previous cycles. There's 2018, here's 2015, and we continue to wait for it. We continue to watch for it, these moving averages as they cross above that 200-day moving average in red. So let me know your thoughts. Let me know your comments. Hit that subscribe if you're not a subscriber. We'll continue tracking this. I really appreciate each and every one of you. I'll see you in the next video. God bless.